Welcome back to the Pesky Report, episode 491, presented by Beyond the Monster. I'm Jordan, joined by Doink and Bayleigh. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. How are you?
Hanging in there. I'm joining the weekday show for the time being. I'll give a quick shout out before we get started to Matt, welcoming the birth of his second child. So, a little snap applause for Matt.
Beautiful
Congratulations.
baby.
Oh, he's so cute. So cute.
Congratulations to him and his wife. And yeah, we'll welcome Matt back whenever he is ready to rejoin us. So yeah, Red Sox just got finished with their series against the Cincinnati Reds, which kind of got the wind taken out of our sails a little bit. Right before recording, winning 2 out of 3, but the fashion in which they lose game 3, not fun.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
We don't.
So annoying.
I was getting hyped up before the show, right when Wilyer hit the home run in game 3. I'm like, oh, they've kind of won a game in every fashion possible in this series, and then the Red Sox happened.
Yeah. Just sloppy. Like sloppy. And I feel like a poorly managed bullpen, like really bad, but I don't know. It is what it is when you're just the guys you're throwing out there. Bernardino's arm's about to fall off. Weisert's arm's about to fall off. And I don't know. I thought that they would have stretched Murphy a little longer. I know he's just coming back from injury, but I thought they would have pushed him a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I'm more upset about the Greg Weissert of it all. More than anything. It's like Grand Slam. Okay, you're done. Like you're always done pitching after that. Like
no.
You have to be done. That is crazy. Like I don't care about gaming the matchups in that scenario. Like 4-3 game, you're done.
Yeah,
Crazy.
the urgency or lack thereof from Alex Cora in that 7th inning was pretty laughable.
Which I get it, like, you won the series. Sure, you don't need to be super urgent, but the entire bullpen rested yesterday.
Yeah, and you have tomorrow off, and you were to get back to 500. Now you're 2 below. So It's like, there was a lot riding on this game that they seemingly, like you say, didn't have the urgency to complete.
Yeah, it felt. I mean, I don't know if maybe Chapman was unavailable for game 2 of the doubleheader, even though hilariously Kenley Jansen would have been available for game 2, knowing Cora. But Chapman, I don't know how many pitches he threw in game 1. Figured he would have been available game 2. It just seemed like the blueprint was there. You got Weissert to get you the last out of the 6th inning. You have Hicks, Whitlock, and Chapman, or Whitlock for 2 and Hicks, or Hicks and then Whitlock for 2, and it just, I mean, I don't know. We don't know what's going on in the dugout, guys that are available, guys that aren't available, because Whitlock's pitched a fair amount recently, just only in game 1 of this series, if I'm not mistaken. It's just weird management from a bullpen game, and it's so funny whenever they call up Cooper Criswell. He's like you're like, yeah, he's there to provide length because it's the second game of a doubleheader.
You're and like, no, 2 outs will be fine. Thanks.
And then it's like, oh, the game's over. Now it's time for Cooper Criswell. It's just, I don't know, weird, just a weirdly managed game. And I should have kept my mouth shut. I tweeted after the 6th inning that he was managing his ass off. My bad. Hand up. I'll take the loss for that game. That was on
the Cooper Criswell thing is annoying too, because he's kind of the reason why today was a bullpen game, or the second game was a bullpen game, is because they wanted to just, get Bayo to pitch almost an entire game, rest the whole bullpen in the first game, and then theoretically Cooper Criswell can give you length, and it's like, so what was the point of having a bullpen game today?
It's
what?
like, I thought if like, okay, you're gonna have Bernie go 2 and then throw Criswell out there, that seemed to make more sense, but instead it's like, no, let's just burn through the whole bullpen.
Like, yeah, it was like backwards to me. Like, I don't know. And then also on top of that, like you went to Criswell today instead of Kyle Harrison, who started for the Woo Sox in Worcester. So it's not like they're in some other neck of the woods and you had to fly a guy out here for game 2. So like you could have theoretically called up Kyle Harrison to start game 2. He's not on short rest. He's actually got more rest because of the rain out yesterday in Worcester. I don't know, just a weirdly navigated doubleheader that doesn't technically count as a doubleheader, but is a doubleheader. But
Yeah,
they game 1 of it. So at the end of the day,
does Kyle Harrison, if he were to be called up as a 27th man, does that affect the July 4th or 5th service time thing that like he's obviously just going to come up after the Nats series?
Well, it's not a deadline thing. It's just like he has to be down for that certain number of days. So if he got called up today, I think he'd have to be down through the 5th instead of the 4th.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, or would it work differently being the 27th man? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have counted for his option days either. So what just again, super odd handling of today. But I mean, again, they won game 1 of it, so I guess if you had to win one of them, at least win the game for Richard Fitz, because that motherfucker has been fighting for his life.
Like 10
out
losses.
There. 10, 0-10, now 1-10 in games started by Richard Fitz. And then naturally it takes 2 days to get the win, and he doesn't get the win in the outing. So
right, of course.
Gotta love that for him. But yeah, now that we've covered the loss and
game
2 of
get
the
that out
doubleheader,
of the way. Get that out.
Let's get back to game 1 of the series.
Win the series.
Let's get back to game 1 because that was a lot of fun. Most of it. It got a little dicey at points, but it felt almost like the antithesis of a Garrett Crochet start. It's like he pitches so well, the offense does shit. So the offense gets him some runs, and he's like, I got to put the heat on these boys real quick, and let me give up 4 right back. Like, let's keep this a ball game so they don't get bored. But he still finished with 9 Ks, went 6 innings. It's just wasn't the most sharp Garrett Crochet's ever looked. It's like he was surprised by. It's like when you give Steph Curry all the space in the world to shoot a 3 and he misses it. It's like he was too wide open. Like being up 7-0, like scared the shit out of Crochet. So he had to keep it a little bit closer, lock himself back in. But yeah, that was a fun game. That was a fun first inning, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, do we think he was tipping? Because that was like the whole talk of the town after, was that he was tipping his pitches.
He probably was, but I don't think it was any of the stuff anyone was posting on Twitter, and I never do, because all the time, like the thing that like people really seem to like, I don't know, people smarter than me have explained this to me, but like whenever you see the screenshots of like, oh, he was like holding his glove really tight, like I think that was what people were saying. It's like the hitter can't see that.
And if they can,
we're seeing that. That's the center. That's the center field camera. Like the hitter is not seeing that, and they're seeing something, but like they're just probably seeing something a lot more obvious from their side that we don't know, and they were jumping on everything. It's like you just know that someone's tipping when they're feasting on like every first pitch.
Everything.
But I don't care. It was still fun.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when you see somebody tip. Like, you don't have him even go more than a third of an inning, and then he has to leave the game because you've shellacked him. That's what we love to see.
Yeah, it's always fun, too, to, like, that was such a hyped, like, a lot of people were, hyping that game up. Everyone was like, we're going to watch Chase Burns versus Garrett Crochet. It was like, MLB was tweeting out about it. Like, it it was like the marquee. They made it like the free game of the night, and it's always fun. It's always fun to ruin it.
Yeah, and then what makes it even better is like he got his ass handed to him, and then like we said, this was not a sharp Crochet night either. So it wasn't even like, oh, he just came out and absolutely like annihilated the Reds or something. It's like, no, they put some good at bats against him, but hey, you come out with the win, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's like just enjoy Wilyer Abreu and
I love him so much.
I really leaned into that pitching matchup thing too. That was the whole reason I bought tickets to the game. I think I tweeted something to the effect of like, I tweeted something to the effect of like, this is a tell your grandkids about it pitching matchup, and then they both sucked, and then they were both bad.
Final score 6-13.
Just absolutely, just an absolute nail biter.
But you will tell your grandkids about it for a different reason.
Yeah, I'll get to.
You actually saw something way cooler than two guys pitching well.
That is so true.
Yeah, Wilyer Abreu had an unbelievable game.
I think history, baby.
Yeah, first guy. What was it since '59 to hit an inside the park home run and a grand slam in the same game?
Yeah, or was it the 30s? Or like it was something crazy.
I think it was Roger Maris.
Yeah, it's only been done 6 times.
That's crazy.
Which is so sick. Because baseball is such an old sport.
But also my favorite thing is that he pimped his inside the park home run.
That was sick.
It was like, all right. And then it was like, I love I'm going to pimp this. And then, oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Let me run as fast as I've ever run in my entire life.
It's so, it was like the perfect amount of wonky, like the bounce it takes.
Oh, it like hit and then boom, shot the other way.
Laser bounce it takes. And then where the center fielder was just like totally laid out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to so many baseball games in my life that like I sometimes lose track of things that I haven't seen live. And when Wilyer hit the inside the park home run, I'm like, fuck, I've never seen one of those in person before. That's
cool.
Absolutely crazy. Not lost on it was I'm pretty sure it was off a fastball, which he struggled with very much this year, and lefty.
Yeah.
And it was only gone in 30 out of 30 because it was an inside the park home run. So StatCast gives him a 30
423 feet. Like it was like still like he still hit that ball so far.
Oh yeah, no, he smoked the shit out of it. And it's like when you see where it landed, you see how close it was to actually like being a the regular home run, but then it just took that funny bounce off of like kind of like the top of the bullpen.
It was like the rail. It was like the railing right in the corner in the triangle, and it just took that. It just went like 90 degrees.
It really did.
The other way.
Shot that, and like you can't even fault any fielder because like that's just crazy. It's like, oh, now we gotta go.
You can't practice that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you gotta go racing for it. But even after pimping it, he still made it like pretty easily. So that's like kind of my favorite thing. Let me pimp it, let me run, and then like let me actually get a pretty easy inside the park home run at Fenway.
First Red Sox inside the park home run since Eduardo Nunez in 2018. First one at Fenway since Raffy Devers in 2017 in the playoffs. Well, for a Red Sox, we obviously know the infamous Raimel Tapia inside the park grand slam 2022. In the infamous Sidney Sweeney game.
Sidney Sweeney.
Yeah, but
I forgot about that.
Never.
Yeah. And then Wilyer got the grand slam later in the game, which was much shorter distance than his inside the park home run, which I think is also a beautiful thing about that performance from Wilyer Abreu. And then the ball that was hit that was the most gone out of any home run hit across the night was Duran's, which was like 350 feet down the right field line. Gotta love Fenway Park.
You really do. Talk about the weirdest dimensions.
Yeah, gotta love it. And Duran was also left on left. Just a bizarre baseball game. That usually the Red Sox lose those, but hey, we'll take a nice 13-6 thrashing.
It was beautiful.
With the best of them.
Just beautiful. And I'm obsessed with Wilyer's swing too. Like when he hit that grand slam, is so beautiful.
Yeah, and I think he's, like, firmly because he was really struggling for what, like, the last 3 or 4 weeks before
Because I'm
going
pretty
on the
sure he
injured
was
list.
really
For a
hurt.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much of it was, like, maybe it wasn't even necessarily the same injury that put him on the IL, if he was playing through something else, or if it was just a mental reset getting, what,
Mhm.
like, 2 weeks off from playing. But he's come back with a vengeance. He's hitting, like, 370 since coming off the injured list with, I think, 4 home runs, maybe 5, a
Smoking
bunch of
him.
doubles. He's driven in, like, 14 runs. Like, he's back on his
He's
first
back.
2 weeks of the 2 weeks of the season, Wilyer Abreu bullshit. He's put himself right back into the, definitely safe category of
Thank
Red Sox
God.
outfield.
Thank
So,
I've been
God.
saying even through the struggle, I was like, you get a Gold Glove right
Yeah.
fielder who's an above average bat. Like, how is that not the first thing that you're like staying here?
With his age and just like his raw skills, like his
Mhm.
swing decisions, his bat speed, you don't thank God he is like on fire right now.
Yeah.
The timing of this hot streak matters so much because you cannot trade him right now. And it makes it
No.
so easy to just be like, you know what, maybe we can like not get an insane price for Duran. They'll still be able to get, just because of the years, you'll still be
Mhm.
able to get something of value from anyone for Duran, but now it's just like it's not even a question. Just do it.
Yeah, they
yeah.
have to.
At a certain point, you also just have to stop building for, like, 2 or 3 years down the road, and I mean, Wilyer, you'd probably be trading him for a headline by a major leaguer, but,
You only hope.
like, if you're talking about trading somebody like Duran, you're doing so still with 2025 in mind, and, like, I don't know, like, it does get a little weird because the team's already super inexperienced, and Duran's, like, unironically one of the veterans of the roster now, so it would be kinda weird getting even younger by trading him, but, like, it's pretty clear as day that that's the right decision. Now, will it be made? That remains to be seen. We've already seen one trade that was very, very popular in Red Sox Nation in the last few weeks. That was my one concern with sweeping the series. The last time the Red Sox swept a series, they traded their best hitter, and Wilyer was a
Yeah.
little too hot this series for my taste. They'd
They'd
swept
trade Bregman
they're
Just right
riding
after.
off just while on the
Oh.
IL.
every
Yeah,
time they
bye.
sweep a series. Breslow's like, one of our great players is getting
Heads
that.
must
Getting
roll.
Yeah, they can't be too good. Like they can't be too
yeah.
good. We have to stop it.
Like, oh, did you see that save Garrett Whitlock had in Game 3? We don't need Chapman anymore. Peace out, bud. Like,
I think that they're probably gonna trade Chapman just because of how much value he's probably gonna bring back, even if they're like we're in the go for it mode, quote unquote.
I unironically support buying and selling this year because it's just it
Mm-hmm.
makes the most sense. And it's very specific. You trade Duran and you trade Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And you probably get better.
you buy a starter if you can.
yeah.
And then that's like it. Maybe a
Yeah.
mid guy, but like I don't know, I like Jordan Hicks. I love Jordan Hicks.
I
Like
did
your
too. Did
team's
not.
Jordan,
probably
you want to talk
better.
about Jordan Hicks for a while?
I just started sweating.
We
Yeah, no,
were
it
earlier.
we definitely were. I have been since the Woo Sox posted that picture of his first bullpen with the team. I was like, this guy's hot. Like, let's
Yes.
We
be
got it.
respectfully.
We got an unbuttoned reliever. Finally.
Yeah.
Who
Finally.
throws 101? Like, I
Yeah.
love it.
And the
Right here.
bullpen, I mean, yeah, trading, it's not even necessarily like addition by subtraction, trading somebody like Chapman and Duran.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really believe in Jordan Hicks as a high leverage reliever, I do. I know he sucked in Game 3 of this
Yeah,
series.
it happens.
He kind of got boned by the defense too, so I don't want to
Mm.
completely throw it
Yeah.
on him. But and you get Justin Slayton back, and I don't want to
Mm.
do the whole injured guys are our deadline acquisitions thing, but like Yoshida's coming back and Bregman's coming back, and Slayton figures to come back at some point this season. Like, you really Doink's right, you really don't have to do a lot to get better, and you can still sell, and that's how good teams stay good.
Yeah.
Like, they don't always just subtract from the
You're trading
prospect
from
pool.
surplus. I mean, you
Mhm.
need to trade an outfielder
Yeah,
in order to like
absolutely.
have your roster function, and you will get something of value for him without a doubt, regardless of like I mean, he's not striking out every at bat anymore. So like that's cool. He is like building his value back up and being like, no, maybe I can be an 800 OPS guy again. And then Chapman is like, yeah, someone will probably give you something stupid.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying we're going to
get
not getting Cole Reagans. What if you get something close or, you know?
Like, why can't you get Cole Reagans?
Why can't you get Cole?
Amazing. Like, if we could get a Cole Reagans 2.0, a chat, you're on the first, I will drive you to whomever is going to give us that.
Yeah,
do you think you can get an Andrew Painter for, like, I don't know if, how crazy is Dombrowski? Like, because we know that he needs outfield help.
We know he's pretty crazy.
He is pretty crazy, and he's playing for his job right now.
Yeah, and he needs that outfield help, and he can offer you more than like AJ Preller can right now, because there's really not much left in San Diego, because he's done every line of cocaine in Southern California, so it's like there's not much left there.
He's in detox. I don't know if you can take advantage too much of AJ Preller.
There's not much left. You've kind of tapped out that well.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's really kind of a desperation off between the Phillies and the Mets, and I don't think Stearns is kind of is a guy you're going to be able to take advantage of. You really got to go after Dombrowski there. And the Phillies definitely have a ton of pressure on them too, because they're not very far away from blowing it up. You can sense it. Like Schwarber's a free agent at the end of the year.
Their teams, you gotta. This is like their last year with this quote unquote core.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to win the World Series this year, and like you said, Didi knows that. He's like got to get himself an outfielder that will lead off, but somehow has a terrible OBP. That's my favorite thing about Duran still being up there. It's like we just hold on to the fact that if he can get on base, he's real fast, but he has like a 313 on base percentage. It's not like Anthony should be leading off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Soon.
Yes, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Maybe
the way the last 6 weeks have gone.
He's just jumped right up.
I looked at the live. I looked at the live stats at like the 6th inning, and like Duran's closer to Trevor Story in OBP than he is to like Wilyer and Anthony. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's getting
and
pretty
Trevor
nasty.
Story just on a heater.
Like 311.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Yeah,
He's
it'd be
carried
like
it
you
into
just have
July
Cedon lead off with like a sub-3 on base. Like, what are we doing? Just because he's fast?
Okay, but Cedon getting the first pitch of the game cookie might actually feed families.
Would be kind of sick.
He does have power. He does have some good power.
He's only the leadoff hitter once a game. Like, it would be kind of sick, to be honest with you. Like, he's hitting leadoff, get that first pitch heater at 95 that's piped. A lot of games you're starting 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Or a weak pop out to second base. But like, again, what's Duran giving you as the leadoff hitter right now?
Nothing. He's giving you nothing. But like, my whole thing is like, Cora seems to just like always be so stuck in his ways, and this is like another I'm so stuck in my ways, even if it's like harmful to the team. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, kind of like in Moneyball, if you get rid of him, he can't play that guy anymore. You know?
Yeah, I need like, I'm so desperately I got to go download the clip of Billy Beane being like, I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now, but doing it for Jarren Duran and with Breslow's face over Brad Pitt's.
What a down.
That's gonna be how it is. He's gonna be like, I am leading him off tonight. I don't think so. He plays for Philadelphia now.
Yeah. But you guys we got Andrew Painter though. But I just don't know if like that's just like, I just don't know what value you're gonna get for Duran. Like, are you trying to get like a young controllable arm to like add into this rotation? Like, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because I mean, I think it's inevitable that he's definitely the odd man out, because especially even if we're going to say, okay, his season is comparable offensively to Cedon gives you platinum glove, so that already gives him a tick up, and Cedon has the contract, whereas Duran doesn't, and the age. I think Cedon's like 4 years younger than Duran.
Yeah.
So of course Duran's the odd man out. I don't see how he's not. You know,
Jarren Duran's like he's 28 years old. Like
yeah,
He's just a kid.
he's just a little guy.
I'll bet
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, I guess, like, again, a younger, controllable arm is like the best comp that you can get in terms of value. And I think it's also what I would rather, like, I would so much rather do that
Same.
is as close to a 1-to-1 as possible rather than like getting a haul where you're gonna have like maybe get nothing from it. Like, I would so much rather just like try to make it a 1-to-1 so that you can extract as much value out of him as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I've thought of with Duran too is like why, like, we see this more probably in the NBA, but like teams that are not necessarily in contention that year, but they're like their eyes are on 2026 or even 2027. Do they value Duran enough to make sure that they have him and the Red Sox can't trade him elsewhere, either it be at the deadline or in the offseason? So like a team, I don't know. I thought about like some other AL West teams like the Angels and the A's being potential fits for Duran. No, maybe not the A's because Denzel Clark has like 18 outs above average in 35 games. But like the Angels, like they have 32-year-old Taylor Ward out there in left field and eroding Mike Trout in the lineup every day. And Joe Adell's great, but they could possibly find some value in having a younger outfielder than Taylor Ward. And maybe you get Taylor Ward back. He's got experience at first base. He's a better bat, in my opinion, than Abraham Toro. At least he got a track record of being so. But
or what if you give me Mike
just
Trout?
there's
I don't care if he's aging. I want Mike Trout. I don't even care. I just need Mike Trout to be somewhere where there's potential to win. And even if the Red Sox have been poop for however long we've been poop, there's way more of a chance that we're going to win something than anything going on in Anaheim.
True. I don't know. I wonder if, like, I mean, the Mets are like, they won tonight. They won the second game of their doubleheader, but they're like it's pretty bad right now. They've lost like 14 of their last 16 or something brutal like that. So if they get like desperation bad, like they might give, I don't know, maybe you could get David Stearns a couple martinis and like see if he'll give you Jonah Tong. Like, I don't know. That would be sick. I don't want to trade Jarren Duran straight up for like, I think they would try to just do that with Sproat, and I would not be as stoked about that, but Jonah Tong, Red Sox, give me. That would be cool.
I think of the 4 young pitchers from the NL East, Jonah Tong is the one I'm the most excited about long term. Yeah. That's including Painter and Mick Abel. I do think Abel is probably the likelier guy you get from Philly.
Yeah, I would say so too.
He got lit the fuck up today.
Yeah, he did.
Perfect. So we're trading Bayleigh for Bayleigh.
That's why I want Painter, because
yeah,
and Painter's already got his Tommy John surgery, so you know you're
good for a little bit.
You're good for at least the next couple of years, probably. So, yeah, I mean, hey, I just worry. I worry that they're so hell bent on buying that they will avoid selling in any capacity, and that worries me. Almost in the sense that like it was a different set of circumstances in 2023 with the Angels, but when they bought at the deadline instead of just trading guys because it was Shohei's last couple months there, and then that completely backfired on them. That's my one concern going into the deadline. But I mean, the Red Sox have 20 something games to prove that they deserve to be invested in. And again, they'll get Bregman and Yoshida back, and it seems like the lineup needs a lot of help, but they're going to be getting it internally from those two guys at some point.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe Massa will play first base.
Oh, he looks so cute out there. The cutest man alive.
I think it's so funny that like we finally have a day in place for his rehab to start, and Mother Nature's like, fuck that. God, no.
You're not, no, you don't get it at all.
I wasn't ready for Yoshida ball.
It's going to be kind of interesting though, because like you said, there is still this like log jam, and then there's the bringing in Yoshida, and I understand we have more flexibility with DH, but it's like you've been DHing Anthony a lot. It's like if you could just play him in your outfield without a problem, like that would be great. So that meaning you have to get rid of Duran, like I feel like sooner than later, but because it's going to be kind of crazy to see when they bring Yoshida back in, kind of what's going on. Like, is he? You need him to DH, but apparently they just will never put him in the outfield. So.
Yeah. my Wi-Fi shit. I'm gonna be back in a sec.
Uh-oh. I was worried that my Wi-Fi was gonna be bad today too, but I think we're doing okay so far. My Wi-Fi's been...
Yeah, I've been Ethernetting in, but I feel like when I don't host anything on StreamYard, I'm completely fine. But the other podcasts that I do, I'm the one that does the hosting, and it always cuts out. And it's like, and I even Ethernetted in. So I just am like, I think Spectrum is the worst Wi-Fi on planet Earth, but I have like no other options.
I agree. Solidarity.
I'm like,
consider this a 1-star review, Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum, you're terrible. But it also is like, I can't tell if it's like Spectrum or if it's this program as well, because like I can get my TV completely fine. Like I'll stream anything without a problem. It's like the minute I go to like try and record a podcast, it's like, nope.
For me, it's just Spectrum. Like they are, it's like a hostage situation because that's the only Wi-Fi that we like can use, and we just get outages like
all the time.
Every other month. It's just like, oh, the Wi-Fi's out for a whole day. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's awful for like work at home people. Like, sorry, it's like your livelihood's on the line.
Yeah. Figure it out.
I don't have Spectrum.
Must be nice.
I think for me it's StreamYard because I swear it has its own like pulse. It's lucid. Like I remember last year when we were recording, I think it was me. I want to say it was me, Derek, and Kevin. It was like the most unhinged episode of the Pesky Report of all time. Just like absolute chaos. And I say that endearingly. But Kevin started slandering Isaiah Connor Falefa.
Oh God!
Of course,
and
as he does.
Was like, we will be having none of that, and it like booted him from the room. Like he straight up got kicked out of the studio. Like I didn't do it. I'm not one to defend Isaiah Connor Falefa, so it wasn't going to be me throwing him out. But
yeah, that's what's been happening with my friend lately. Is like he gets booted out of the room, and I don't know if it's a him problem or a me problem. It's weird. Or if it's just StreamYard sucks. I don't know.
Yeah. Nightmare, blunt rotation, Spectrum, and StreamYard.
Yes.
God. It's yeah. I don't know. I mean, so far I've been fine. I reconnected a couple minutes ago, so we'll keep fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I don't get...
There we go.
But if I randomly just go ghost for a minute, y'all know to just take it from there.
Sounds good. We'll pass the baton.
Sounds good. Red Sox win game 1, 13-6.
Yes. Woo!
That was a fun one. I got to witness Trevor Story hit a home run for like the first time in my life. Dude always plays like ass when I go to games, and he homered. So
it's been so good lately.
That I love. Oh my God, it's hilarious. I love that he just like was unplayably bad, and then he's like, tee hee.
Yeah, hold my beer.
Pranked you.
Like DFA level poop. Like it's not even
like JK.
Yeah, because I think it's like at one point I think he had like a 46 WRC plus or something.
It like, got low.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I wonder. I'm gonna check to see what he's up to. So as of like right now, he's at a 79. So he's like really been tearing the cover off to go from like in the 40s to almost 80. It's impressive.
It's funny because like I looked at his numbers by month this year. Mm-hmm. Like March, April is 1 month, then May, and then June. And in 2, actually including game 3 of the series, it's actually up to 83. So yeah. And I think the 79 Trevor. Is actually not even including the rest of game 1 today where he hit an RBI double in the 8th inning.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think it updates like that quickly. Yeah. So by tomorrow, you'd be able to see. It's probably what, 85 maybe? If he's at like an 85 and he starts like ticking closer to like that average to above, then you didn't get the whole value of the contract, but you got like what you were hoping you would get as like within every season, like, but you're finally seeing that value that you paid for.
Yeah. But by month this year, like, he's been good 2 out of the 3 months of the season. The problem, the one bad month
was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. So bad.
Like, it was so bad it had me wishing I was watching John Lester hit. Like, it was that bad.
Hey. Oh, that was with John Lester.
It was entertaining. Yeah. It was enough to watch.
It was like, that is one way to define John Lester hitting.
It was something.
Those Trevor Story May at-bats were
bad.
Something to behold.
Yeah. But he's
still driven in 46 and his 12 home runs. Like, he's gonna have the funniest 2020 season ever.
Yeah.
And he's up over 1 F4.
Damn.
Hey.
Yeah, it's also like in that May, his defense also looked like shit. And now it's like his defense is starting to like look a little better as he has the confidence of hitting. So it's like, it's kind of contagious. With like, when you're bad, you're bad. When you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Definitely coming off his best month as a shortstop for the Boston Red Sox. Obviously, nothing's going to compete with May of 2022. And I would love to be wrong, Trevor. If you want to have an insane month of July, that would be fantastic. I would greatly appreciate it.
We would all love
it. That's a great way to farm F4. If you have just a ridiculous month of July playing shortstop, end up walking into August for like 2.5 WAR, I would definitely appreciate it. That'd be nice. Kind of crazy. He's up to 84 games played. He played 69 the past 2 years combined. 94 is his Red Sox high.
That's crazy. I remember when I was just in Anaheim for the games, and he was like, when he came onto the field, I'm wondering if at the back of his mind he was like, just don't get hurt here. Don't get hurt here. After last season.
Yeah. Ugh. That home run must have felt like a walk-off to him. Like, just the euphoria he must have felt, like, knowing where it almost all ended for him last season, and then kind of getting his payback on it. But yeah.
It's been brutal last 2 seasons in Anaheim. I got to watch Trevor arm explode, and then I got to watch his team get swept by the Angels.
Was that 1-6 against them this year?
I just don't even know. And like, Angels fans are like so cocky too for having won nothing, but then they do have this incredible hype video at Angel Stadium where they legitimately go through like all of their highs, including the 2002 World Series, as if like it happened yesterday.
And then they play
crazy. Calling All Angels, like that Train song blast. Well, they have this like montage of like, and of course it includes like, look at how great Shohei was, and I just laugh now.
That's crazy. They got Shohei in the hype video.
Absolutely, because they show all of their Cy Youngs, they show all of their MVPs, all of their rookies. So of course there's like, but then it's hilarious when you're just seeing Shohei hit all these home runs in this video, and it's like, oh, he's doing that in Chavez Ravine and winning rings.
Were there any Pujols or Josh Hamilton highlights in there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
His highlights.
No Rendon, not a single Rendon, I'll tell you. But there was hitting his 500th home run, hitting his 600th home run, and I'm like, okay, Anaheim, this is ridiculous.
Having the clips of the players who are like retired and stuff is so much less gauche than having literally the guy who is doing it across the street.
Yep. Yeah, and there's still gigantic like Shohei things when you like walk in, because they have their like little walk of fame, and there's like Shohei with his like rookie of the year, Shohei with his like MVP, and I'm like, this dude left you for the Dodgers. And they're also
that is very poverty.
Yeah, and they're a make noise stadium too. They tell you to make noise.
Every hotel room has a cuck chair. And that's the Angels.
Yep.
That is the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Gotta love it.
One of the worst names ever.
1-5 against those guys this year.
That's nice. Awful. I can't.
That's like the most like fake. That's just like throw it away. Like, that's garbage.
I refuse to believe that I was there and watched them get swept. And I will say it's also embarrassing for them because you get the two Angels fans that will start shit with you because they're little dumbasses. But there was overwhelmingly Red Sox fans at Angel Stadium. Everywhere. My friend went with me and we went to Golden Road Brewery, which is across the street, right before. And it was all Red Sox fans. And he's like, this is kind of crazy. I was like, yeah, because the Angels suck. The only reason people are there is because they're mostly Red Sox fans.
It was the same thing at Oracle when I was there. And the Giants just made a blockbuster trade, and it still was only packed for the Sox, and the Sox were, I wouldn't say overwhelmingly in favor as far as fan turnout was, but it was. I mean, I was also pissed drunk, so I could have been seeing double the Sox fans that were there.
But, you never know.
But it was definitely very very Red Sox friendly in that crowd as well. So I mean, we as fans travel very well as it is. So it makes sense.
Yeah. And they have $17 beers, which is ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that would have saved my life that night though. If they were that much at Oracle.
$17 is just crazy to me.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And it's not even a tall boy. It's oh, here's your kind of tiny cup of beer that's $7 because it's from the brewery that they have in the stadium. I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. I gotta pay Rendon's contract somehow.
Yeah, that they do. That they do. He hasn't even played a single inning, right? Is he a total what is his injury now?
Tore his hamstring or something. I don't know. It was funny. It was the day that they were reported to spring training. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm out for the year.
He is quiet quitting. That's it's never been more clear.
Is it even quiet quitting?
He's loud quitting. It's because it is still, he's not just I'm retiring. He's just yeah, I'm hurt. Don't ask me about it.
It says it was hip surgery and is expected to miss significant amount of time. Well, no shit. He has not played more than 58 games in any season.
Jesus Christ.
And it is
wasn't the 58 games 2020?
Oh my god, I think you're right. That's so funny.
And he was great that year for them too. He was crazy for them in 2020.
I mean, he was great in 2019. So I mean, still giving him 7.245 was crazy, but I mean, it's not he was bad. He came off a really good his 2019. Yeah, he had a 157 OPS plus.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh no, so he played 52 games in 2020, and then he played 58 in 21, then he played 47 in 22, then he played 43 in 23, and then 57 in 2024.
And 0 in 2025.
Yep. Absolutely none.
Any Red Sox fans that hate the Trevor Story contract or the Masataka Yoshida contract, or even if you want to go back to the Sandoval contract, this is worse.
It could be worse.
It's kind of crazy.
$245 million.
It's kind of crazy how the Nationals after 2019, it was they can only sign Rendon or Strasburg, and neither choice was right.
No.
They were both wrong. It was crazy, but they got a World Series out of it. So they paid the right guy. They paid the World Series hero. He just also very much quiet quit because didn't they want him to come to spring training even though he was hurt and mentor? And he's like, fuck that. Yeah, absolutely not. And
is he done? He'll never ever be able to.
He retired.
Yeah. Did he officially? That is so sad to just think about
really
the potential. Yeah. Okay. Cool. He got his World Series win, but that's crazy.
He was a demon in that postseason too. He was so good in 2019. I remember, oh man, it was automatic. He was so good. That changeup was another level in the 2019 postseason, special. And I'm happy for him. I mean, it sucks because he had so much hype coming into the league, and I think for what he provided on the field, he was very much worth it. But it feels so much was missed. Obviously, I mean all the injuries, but it's
yeah. So apparently he only pitched 31 1/3 innings after signing the contract and an earned run of 6.89, and they consider it one of the worst in history because he's getting paid all of that money because there was no it was completely uninsured, so they have to give him every bit of that money. Oof.
Hell
Insane.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, really sad, but
empty.
Got paid, got
empty
a ring, and like was a legend. A legend.
Because this would be like the equivalent of if like Skeens did all this and then just blew out his arm and was like that level of talent. Like coming out of that draft, it was like, this is your consensus number one. Like, this is crazy. Like that level of talent, and then for it to just explode is so, it sucks. Like that's
which makes what the Pirates are doing around Paul Skeens so much worse.
Yeah, at least
like they're not even trying to
the Nationals were like, we're gonna get a back-to-back Harper and Strasburg. We're gonna say goodbye to Harper and then completely just win a World Series after he leaves. It's just poetic. Like, but you're right, they did everything. Like, they got Max Scherzer, they got Corbin, who was good at the time. Like, so they did the right things to win that World Series. Where like, yeah, the Pirates are just gonna completely waste the prime of Paul Skeens unless they trade him, and it's awful.
The Nationals and Steven Strasburg were working in lockstep because once 2019 ended, they were done operating like a serious organization as well, because they like you mentioned the draft picks. I love how we're just talking about the Nationals when the Red Sox won the series, by the way.
They're up next.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. We're previewing the series by talking about history.
Intentional series preview.
Yeah, exactly.
It's coming up. We're going to DC, guys.
But yeah, they also signed Jason Worth like right after Harper debuted, or was the year before Harper debuted. So they made moves. They traded for Adam Eaton. They had a bunch of good players on the team. They brought in like savvy vets like Kurt Suzuki, Howie Kendrick, and then 2019 happened. They're like, we're just never going to be good again. Like, it's just
But traded Soto, and then immediately like forgot how to run a baseball team. Like, just like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like, I got an insane return for Soto, and I actually
that return is insane.
I'm a little baby, and I actually don't know what my job is now. And like, such a weird team.
It is kind of crazy when you think about the return, because both Wood and Abrams were in that return from the Padres, right? Like that's pretty wild that you were able to get that
really good return.
We're going to look back on that. We're going to look back on that trade, and that's going to be one of the best trades ever as far as returns for a star player. Because Abrams is a dog when he's not going to the casino till 6 o'clock in the morning, and James Wood is just an animal. Like, he's a freak. I fear for 11 a.m. Lucas Giolito on Friday,
and Walker Buehler, buddy.
Walker Buehler is shitting his entire pants as we speak.
Like, you better hope those bases are empty.
And Gore was in that too.
And Gore.
Like, holy shit.
They got Mackenzie Gore too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they got Gore, Abrams, Luke Voigt, Robert Hassel, who was like he was a big prospect at the time too. James Woods and Yarlin Susana for Juan Soto and Josh Bell. And it made sense at the time.
I always bring that Josh Bell was in that.
Because they had to get a little, so you couldn't just get Juan Soto. You're going to get the generational hitter. You got to also get Josh Bell, too. But at the time, you're like, you thought the Padres were, like, really going for it. But in the end, they'll always be the ugly stepsister to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did the Padres lose that trade twice? Because they gave up a lot to get Soto, traded him, and I get Michael King's like really good.
Yeah, but they're going to lose Michael King.
But they're going to lose him.
They're going to lose Michael King in free agency. They already lost Higashioka in free agency, and I'm sorry, but Randy Vasquez and Johnny Brito are just not it. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, that's going to be the lasting legacy of the Juan Soto trade. So they lost the trade twice. And like the Yankees, the Yankees went to the World Series with Juan Soto. Yeah. So it's not like the Yankees really lost it. I mean,
they lost because they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah, they didn't re-sign him. I mean, I guess if they
didn't win the World Series and they didn't re-sign him. So yeah.
And they probably do unspeakable things to get Michael King back in their rotation.
The Nationals, like, unquestionably are the winners of like all the non-Mets teams, which is so funny.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and they're going to be stuck in fourth place probably until next year when the Phillies blow it up, actually. Then they'll be in third for the next decade.
Yeah, but they
might be
have
good enough to make
to
the playoffs.
be committed. Like they were committed. Like bringing in Max Scherzer isn't at the time isn't a lack of commitment. Like you have to prove that you're committed to winning, and they were. And
They
oh my
like
god,
spending money. They're just
yeah,
not very good at it.
yeah,
Other than
it's true.
Scherzer.
It is true.
I thought they were gonna get busy this past offseason, and it's like once Soto signed with the Mets, they're like, nope, we're just not. And fair enough. Like I wouldn't either. Like
Yeah,
my
we have no
division
chance.
rival gets the best
like,
free
never
agent, and
mind.
like I thought they were gonna get Christian Walker and Jack Flaherty, and they're like Nate Lowe.
Oh,
I do love Nate Lowe though.
He's good. He's good. I like Nate Lowe too. It's just so funny.
That's very much not Juan Soto.
No.
Yeah.
And then the Yankees trying to piece together who's not Juan Soto, and they're like, well, we're still just as good. I was like, yeah, it'd be better to have Juan Soto than the 500 other people.
They were posting Trent Grisham stat head comparisons in April.
Oh my god. No.
Oh man. Yeah, I've seen more Ben Rice unlucky outs than I've seen like actual successes from Yankees players in 2025.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Juan Soto has a 153 WRC plus and nearly a 400 on base again. Yeah, do I think that's worth $700 million? No, but hey, you had to do what you had to do.
This is bad Juan Soto, by the way.
Yeah, that's funny that this is like not good Juan Soto. Like Yankees Juan Soto was the best Juan Soto outside of the shortened 2020. Crazy.
Yeah. God,
it's also just funny to like forget that he was a world champion with the Washington Nationals just because he's been as traded as he had been, and then signed this big, free agent contract that you're just like, oh yeah, that's right. He's won a World Series with the Nationals.
Yeah, that's honestly the best part of his entire resume too. Like I know he's got the MVP and he's been to a bunch of All-Star games, but like the most impressive thing on his resume is he won a ring with the Washington Nationals. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
And he was instrumental because like if he doesn't get that hit in that wild card game, they don't continue on. Like
that's a great point. And guess who made the error that helped the Nats take the lead? Trent Grisham, current New York Yankee. Trent Grisham.
Just as good as Juan Soto, I hear.
Just as good. Just as good. But, yeah. Anyway, so we move on to game 2 of this series. And it was 1975 night. I'm curious how you guys felt about the broadcast, because I saw some, like, it was very polarizing on social media. But, like, I'll kick it to you. What were your thoughts on 75 night on the broadcast, which was really only ended up being an inning?
I would watch... I wish there was a setting where I could just like toggle through different decades of old broadcast like score bugs and filters, because like I loved it so much. I love the old score bug and how it's like overlaid over the background and it's like you can still see everything. It's fun. It's so fun. I wish they like wore the old uniforms. But...
Thank you. Why weren't we in our 75 pullovers? I'm obsessed.
I need some pillbox caps. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, at least the hat. At least the hat if you're not going to do the full uni.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a Fangraphs thing, because they've worn him in the past. Like, there's pictures of Mookie in the 75. Like, pullovers. I just love a good pullover, so.
Yeah.
But watching it in, like, sepia tone was kind of weird, though. That was my one thing.
Yeah, the filter was fun. It was a lot, but it was like, okay, I get it. Like,
yeah, they were having fun with it.
I definitely think the score bug that should have been kept for the entire game.
Why wasn't it?
I think it should have also been for the rest of game 1 today.
Yeah,
should have also been that score bug. The filter, definitely think it would have grown old on me very quickly. I think doing it for an inning or 2 was fine. Not doing it for the entire game was the right choice. Jamai's outfit.
Great. Excellent.
No, the man in his how to dress right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude, that fit was money. Absolutely went all out for it. I love Jamai. He's so great, at this. Like, really good at his job. Really good at his job.
Very good at his job.
Yeah, especially when he's not getting smoked by 100-mile-an-hour foul balls.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
But as far as the game is concerned, we mentioned at the beginning, first time the Red Sox have ever won a game started by Richard Fitz, and this was his 11th major league start. And it's not like he's been bad.
That's so sad.
And he couldn't even enjoy it, which is like
I know it's like it's like yesterday. For him, and he's
pretty much a Brian Bayo start. Like that's what it was.
Yeah,
Bayo looked pretty good outside of giving up the lead briefly, but he pitched for like 5 full, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, 5 innings, 1 walk, a hit, which was the 2-run home run to Spencer Steer, and then he hit 2 guys, but those were the only 4 base runners he allowed all day. So Bayo's been good.
He's been great. He's been your number 2.
Sad, but yes.
Yeah. That's why you need to get a number 2.
I mean, he's like, he could get that. I mean, that ERA just keeps kind of going down. He could get that to a very respectable number by the All-Star break.
It'd be great to see. I mean, I always say he's just
next
frustrating.
Against Colorado. So.
Oh God! If we don't take these like next 6,
you gotta win 5 You gotta win 5 out of 6.
You have to, and you have to take all of them. Like, I'm not a person that's like, you gotta get a sweep. You gotta get a sweep. If you lose a single game to these Colorado Rockies, I give up the whole season.
How many wins
Done.
do I have right now?
Done. I'm gone.
I still have like 15 wins. 19. Wow.
Oh, they got up to 19. Whew.
Well, they've won 10 of their last like 21, so like
they're 2-8.
Oh, okay. So 10 of their last 25, I should say.
I don't know what.
I thought
No, I need a sweep. Like, you're home. You're not even in Colorado. Like, come on. You're home against the Rockies. I need those 3 games. I would love the 3 games also in DC, but, I can't be that greedy, I guess.
Yeah.
But I want to be.
You gotta be.
Yeah,
it's like this is where they need to get greedy. It's like you need to put yourself in a position. And like if you can't do that, then you don't deserve anything good as a team.
Yeah. Like, I think it's inexcusable. But yeah, like you said, Jordan, Walker's going. I just don't understand this like love affair that they have with this guy who's on a 1-year contract. They're like, oh yeah, he's gonna keep getting stats. He's rounding the corner. I'm like,
as soon as Kyle Harrison's here, I think he's gonna have some like shoulder inflammation or something.
Yeah, he's on the IL.
Yeah, I think like given expectations and salary, like we are approaching Corey Kluber territory with Walker Buehler. It's sad.
Yeah. Ooh,
it's really good. Sad. It's good timing with having another guy because it's like you can do it in a way that's like, listen, we don't have to do this the ugly way. Like you just need to go away.
We need you to not be on the mound.
Like,
and someone will take him.
Yeah.
Like the Dodgers will welcome him back with open arms. I'm so serious about it. And he'll be great for them too, which will make me mad.
Oh, of course it's going to be great.
He'll materialize another one of their like infinite roster spots for him.
They can just keep Kike Hernandez on their team. Never not.
It's like the way that they construct their roster defies all laws of everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Must
truly.
Nice.
I was looking at Bueller's like arm slot and it's down 9 degrees from his before his last arm surgery. It was 50 degrees in 2022.
Lift your arm up, bro.
41 degrees. It is 41 degrees right now. It has dropped 9 whole degrees. I'm not saying that's why he's ass, but he's ass, and that's definitely a thing.
Stuff's coming at you from like a million miles away. You just have like so long to see exactly what he's throwing.
Yeah, and the control was just like...
I just wonder if he's physically capable of getting his arm up there again.
If he's not, he probably shouldn't be pitching.
It's like a 7 ERA or something.
Shoulder inflammation, I'm telling you. You can you don't even have to get rid of him if you don't want to. Just see if he wants to just go figure it out.
Yeah, that might be the best thing, honestly, is another trip to that injured list.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I really wanted that to like be sick. I wanted nothing more than Walker Buehler to like ball out and be like, I love Boston and I'm so good. I'm gonna like sign a 3-year deal here.
Yeah, I wanted like 2021.
It's like so the opposite of
Oh, it's been so bad. Like you said, like Jordan said, it's like
so
Corey
sad.
Kluber-ing something.
Yeah.
It's sad. It has gotten to that point.
He's a lot more likable than Corey Kluber.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
A guy throwing 95 and being terrible is much better than 85 and being terrible.
Yeah. I genuinely just like it like hurts to watch sometimes. Like when he's really having a rough go, I'm like, this is not even fun. Like it's not funny. I can't even get mad at him because it's like it just makes me sad.
Yeah, because you also know that he's pissed. Like he's never not been accountable, which is like he keeps saying I'm going to try to do better, but he's not. And yeah, like you said, he was kind of the guy that it's like, oh man, if he's good here, this guy's built for Boston.
Yeah.
And it sucks that it's going this way.
Yeah. And it's like I wanted Walker Buehler badly this winter too, so I can't even like get on my high horse and like shit talk Breslow for signing the guy because I wanted his ass too. So it's unfortunate. I do think they'll exhaust every possibility with Walker Buehler before they actually finally pull the plug. Like I do think he's gonna get ready to learn injured list again. I think when he comes back from it, he's going to get put in the 2016 Clay Buchholz rule of going back to the bullpen and pitching in bulk there.
Which
I'm surprised they haven't tried the opener then Buehler strategy that they did with Pivetta. I'm surprised that hasn't been a thing. Maybe they'll pull that on Saturday.
Ooh.
But
Nick Pivetta being good bothers me on every level. Like so bad.
It's not even just him. Like everyone leaves Boston and becomes good again.
Yep.
Nate went to another level. Obviously Pivetta. Martin Perez was an all-star the year after leaving Boston. Never forget.
We love it.
Who else? Chris Sale won Cy Young after leaving Boston. Although he was always good. He just was.
Yeah, he was just not healthy.
And he still is always hurt.
Yeah, I mean, why did he jump for that friggin' ball?
Yeah.
Like, what an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, I'll see your season.
And just tanked his season. Absolutely tanked his season by doing it. But I mean, he's a psycho. Like, obviously, he's going to die for that thing. Like, it's what he does. It is what he does. And he won, but at what cost? Yeah. Well, I guess he did figure out a way to keep himself from getting traded to the Red Sox this summer. So there's that.
Imagine.
He's probably thrilled. He's probably thrilled about that. But yeah, I mean, Sox come back, tie it on a sac fly. Wilyer hits the RBI single in the 8th inning, and then Trevor Story hits an RBI double to make it 5-3, and then Aroldis Chapman stays automatic, and Sox win game 2/game 1, 5-3.
Love it.
I really do think Chapman's days are numbered in Boston, and then I think he'll be back in 2026. That's been my take for like 3 weeks.
Fascinating.
I mean, that's like fair too. It's like that's what happened with him in 2016. He got traded, won a World Series, then went right back to New York.
Yeah, I mean, if he likes it here, that's sure, fuck it, why not? If he would do that.
And there's a rumor that like this was his favorite team growing up as a kid. I don't know how true that is, but so do I like him as a person? No, but is it crazy how good he is? Also, what? Like he's so good, and get me value.
It's nuts how good he's been. Like it's at the point like if the Red Sox are going to trade both, why not package them together and get a fuck ton? Especially if you're trading him to Philly. Like
if you're doing it, if it's with Philly, you gotta do them together.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Also, because like, kind of hilarious backfire potential.
Yeah. Let's
definitely.
So that would be really funny.
Like, who else is it Philly got on there? We know Painter, number 1. All right. Oh, what if we got Justin Crawford? just get this Oh my god. We don't need another outfielder, but I just feel like that would be absolutely hilarious if we got Justin Crawford.
He's Carl Crawford's nephew, right? Not his
No,
son?
that's his son. His son
That's
is
his son?
JP Crawford is his nephew. Justin Crawford's his son.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
that'd
like,
be such a great way to get Carl Crawford back to Fenway. He'd be welcome
oh, it'd
back
be
with open
so
arms.
funny.
He would.
It'd be so funny. Yeah. Because
Oh,
Painter, yeah,
man.
Painter's their number one. Then Aiden Miller, Justin Crawford, Mick Abel rounding out the 5, and then somebody named Eduardo Tate as their catcher. Hey, we could use some catching depth. Because Connor Wong ain't it.
Definitely need catching depth. Definitely need catching depth. That's like the only reason that I keep Seattle as like a trade partner potentially for Duran's, because I have like I'm chomping at the bit for Harry Ford, like big time. And just to not have Connor Wong anymore. And then also to have like some insurance policy if Carlos Narvaez is a flash in the pan. You gotta have another good catcher in the room. I have PTSD from Blake Sable. What can I say? I don't want to fucking watch that dude again. Definitely don't want to watch Sebi Zavala. Nathan Hickey's not a catcher, although that could be pretty comical. What's Jorge Alfaro up to?
Being, I don't know, the stunt double in the next Aquaman. I don't know.
Is he in the league still?
I don't even know. That's a great question.
It says he's with the Brewers AAA affiliate.
Oh.
What's he doing? 74 WRC plus.
Oof. So he's just being handsome. That's about it.
He's got 11 home runs, but he's striking out 37% of the time. That seems about right.
Yeah, it does.
That seems very right.
Sounds better than Connor Wong.
Yeah, I'll take a 74 WRC plus with 11 homers for my backup catcher.
Right? What is Connor doing right now? What are we doing, Connor?
I don't really care about anything other than the fact that he still has like 1 RBI.
He has a 16 WRC plus, y'all.
I really don't give a fuck about literally anything that he's doing.
This isn't even just bad. This is like bad. And his like last year was also kind of like his like WRC plus being 111 is kind of crazy when you actually really look at like his Savant page. It's like Smurf blue. I don't know how he fudged his way to an above average season.
How did you do that?
It's kind of impressive. It's like magician shit.
Stat pattern.
Yeah. I feel bad for Connor Wong because when he does good things, he then immediately does something shitty. Like in game 3 of the series, hit that single and then immediately got caught stealing. So it's like, and he gets caught stealing on a dude who's in the 13th percentile for pop time too. So it's like he got gamed by Tyler Stevenson, like tip the cap and never run again.
Yeah, well, just think about that. Like, what if Breslow didn't get Narvaez? Like, what
type of shit we would be in?
Like, I can't. Like, I'm just like, I think the best thing ever, as shitty as it sounds, is that Connor Wong broke that bone in his hand. Because I still feel like Cora would be running that man out there as the number 1 catcher, even with a 16 WRC plus.
The defense has been way better this year. We'd be hearing that every goddamn day.
The most automatic of the automatics.
Oh, man. Poor Connor. It's like just 2024 was so fluky on one end, and then like 2025 has been so fluky on the other end. But like, this is like a first percentile outcome kind of season for Connor Wong. Like everything he does is wrong.
Like
everything.
It's crazy. It's like truly kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How bad it's been. Like I kind of want to look. I haven't even really looked at the Savant yet. I want to see how.
I would save your eyes.
You don't need to see that.
Ooh, yeah,
not safe for work.
So the only thing that he does kind of okay is his base on balls percentage.
Hey, there's that. Good for you,
and then
Connor.
It's not even like the catching's that great. His blocks above average is below. His pop time is below. He's like, his framing is 70-70. Like, it's not even like it's like that great. But Jesus, man.
Poor guy.
Gross.
It's real bad. It's really bad.
And he's going to stay on the big league roster because, again, the reinforcement down there is Blake Sable.
Yeah.
No,
unless you got to do something potentially at the deadline if you want to get better in your backup catcher. Yeah, it's also crazy looking at Narvaez.
Welcome back, Danny Jansen.
Hey. But yeah, Narvaez is like.
Did you know?
There's a lot of blue here too, though, but he's still better.
Yeah, Narvaez has like a made for Fenway swing because like everything he hits that's like not hard hit is to the pull side, so he steals a lot of extra base hits off the monster. So he's definitely got a made for Fenway swing, and then he also has like a lot of those little like grounders through the right side of the infield. He's just again perfect hitter for Fenway.
Yeah, we love it.
Not so much anywhere else, but with his defense, I really don't care what he's doing offensively. It sucks that he has to hit like cleanup for this team.
Yeah, that's the problem. Why is this? I love this man. That's not your fourth or your fifth hitter, but that's just what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Bregman and Yoshida come back before the Carlos Narvaez regression train hits, please.
Be lovely. That would be lovely.
But yeah. So bullpen game in game 3. Brendan Bernardino, then Jorge Alcala, then Chris Murphy, who Murphy, by the way, looked awesome.
Looked so good
tonight. Woke Sox are back.
Yeah.
Love it.
He was awesome tonight. And that play he made, the little comebacker, where he did the little spin and fielded it. I don't know how you don't act like a complete asshole when you do shit like that. Like, I would be so arrogant about it.
Take a minute. Like, did you see that?
Kyle Schwarber tipped his cap for making a routine play in the playoffs, and Chris Murphy's like, all right, I'm getting back on the mound after making this sick-ass backhand.
Yeah, it's like, let's take a minute. Enjoy that.
I think his, like, really slow jog to first was kind of him taking that minute, because he, like, went really slow. He was like, that was so sick. I can, like, walk this ball to first base. So he, like, kind of did. Which I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. It was a bullpen masterclass until it wasn't anymore. I mean, we already talked about how ridiculous it was that Greg Weishart was just out there to die.
Yeah.
And then the same thing for Jordan Hicks.
Yep.
It's just
doing the up down there was like
you had that.
Making Jordan Hicks do like an up down just like right out of the gate. Not great. Just horrible.
Yeah,
and doing the same with Weishart too.
Yeah.
It's just it was just a bad baseball game after it looked like it was a good one. Like it looked like, oh, we have a sweep in hand. Then it's like overusing the bullpen, and then the defense looks like dog shit. And then you've got Romy running to third base for some effing reason.
Well, he was running to third base because Connor Wong is hitting behind him.
I mean, yeah, he's like, I gotta get there. No way he's getting me in.
But no, he definitely
he didn't cut the bag and try and score.
You probably tie the game.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go to third, but
you're right. Yep.
He does hit in front of Connor Wong, so
there is that. You've gotta be cognizant of that fact. That is true.
Yeah, and Connor, for good measure, flew out to center with a guy at second in the 9th inning, so he's now 0 for 25 with runners in scoring position in 2025.
God, I can't.
Clutch Gene.
He's got it.
I might throw a party when he finally drives in, like he gets a hit with runners in scoring position. I don't even care if the guy scores. Like he hits like 100. He might
out at home.
Is he gonna get Is he gonna go the whole season without a home run?
No, he'll hit one. Yeah, he'll hit one. He'll hit one. It's crazy. I mean, Matt and I talked about this, I think last week or maybe it was the week before. like last year, I think was it you, Doink, that predicted that the Red Sox catching duo of him and Reese McGuire would hit at least 10 home runs. He hit
That's
13.
a bit we've been doing that bit as long as Connor Wong has like been the primary catcher, and it's like I think it's only happened like once. Like we've been doing that bit on this show for like 3 years. And now it's like, oh my god, are we gonna get to 10 RBIs?
He just got his 12th hit tonight.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He has 12 hits. Are they all singles?
The more I learn about Connor Wong's 2025 season, the madder I am. I feel like I'm just like not letting myself learn any of this information on purpose. Because
I think the best part about this is his xWOBA is actually higher this year than it was in 2024.
That's hilarious. I just love that it's all singles. To talk about your singles merchant.
288.
Crazy.
Yeah, Matt posed this question to me last time. Do you guys think he will get his second RBI or his first extra base hit first?
Second
RBI.
I think that's the right answer.
Yeah, because he can get back fly.
Exactly. I can't believe it's 12 singles.
Disgusting.
I think his next RBI is coming on a homer, so that was my prediction. It was going to be the same at bat.
A solo homer.
Yeah.
Lord knows there will not be a guy on base for that.
Because you can't get the hit with runners in scoring position. So you could.
It has to be a solo.
What's he doing with runners on base?
It can't be good.
Let's see. Situation, runners on. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is it under?
He is 1
like
for 34. Oh, and 1 for 35 counting tonight. He's just having a great year.
That's just, oh my god.
I can't.
I'm done talking about that.
Yeah. No more power.
I'm done.
Last year he hit 251 with runners on base. This year it is 0-29. Red Sox lose game 3 8-4.
Oh my god. You feel bad because he seems like a nice guy. Like he seems like a lovely man. He's got great hair, awesome beard. I wonder what his face really looks like.
I don't think we want to know. I think there's a reason he's got the beard.
He probably looks like he's 12.
Yeah. Let's see what the record is with him playing. Oops. I should have specified.
I know Carlos can't pitch every game, but I'd also like him to.
They are like 11-21 when he plays.
That's so insane. I've explained it to Jordan before, but like my unfortunate philosophy with how you have to operate with Connor Wong now is like he has to start the first game of every series because
that's a great point, yeah.
You have to try to win that game, and then you have Narvaez for the next 2, and it's like that is so annoying. Yeah. Like it's so annoying that you have to like game when you're gonna have your shitty catcher start. I'm just over it.
Frustrating.
So he will be starting
not
on Friday.
And everybody will
because I said so.
Okay.
Poor Giolito and poor Jordan because he will be in attendance for a Connor Wong game if that's the case.
No, we don't want that for you.
Yeah. No, we do not. No, we do not. I do remember there was one year that the Nationals played on the 4th of July, and they gave up 4 homers in a row in the first inning. So maybe Connor Wong should hit in the first 4 of the lineup on Friday.
That would go over so. That lineup announcement would go over so well.
What would get Red Sox Twitter more up in arms if David Hamilton led off or Connor Wong hit like cleanup?
Cleanup.
Oh my god. I'm here for the shits and giggles. Like,
yeah, which one would piss people off more?
Him. It's got to be him. Yeah, it's got to be Connor Wong, right?
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, David Hamilton's 33 WRC plus is miles better than Connor's 16.
twice as
he's twice the player.
I don't hate David Hamilton, but if Nate Eaton plays more positions, is just as fast, and has more power, why do they have both of them on the roster?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very redundant.
The only thing that David Hamilton does well is he's fast. that is it.
And even then, he doesn't even do that well because he gets thrown out on the bases so much.
Because he takes horrible jumps.
Yeah, and has awful reads on ground balls when he's at second base. I remember him getting thrown out at third on a ground out like 900 times this year. Don't look that up. Just take my word for it. That is the number.
It feels accurate.
Definitely. Yeah. And then like his defense at second base is considered good, but then he makes like the worst error you've ever seen every week, like, at least once.
And then you're just like, is Campbell ready? God, when is Campbell going to come back?
4 days.
Like July 9th or whatever it is?
Probably.
I think he can come back Sunday.
Yeah. Oh God.
I think he's.
I mean, does it matter though? Because
Sunday,
they have him. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Because they have control of him, so like they don't even have to do any manipulation. They could leave him down there. They could bring him back after whatever, time to be down there. But
bring him back on Monday against Austin Gomber in Colorado at home.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
That's a get right game if I've ever seen one, which means he's going 7, allowing 1 run. That's what happened last time.
God, I was literally just trying not to talk about the last time the Rockies came to Fenway. We don't have to talk about it.
No. This time it's going to be better, guys. It's going to be better.
So true.
We hope. At least we get a Bayo start in there and a Giolito start in there. So it should be 2 out of 3. Mm-hmm. Austin Gomber, no hitter, and then Bayo and Giolito quality starts.
Hell yes. Let's go.
God, Antonio Senzatella is starting game 3 of that series. According to ESPN, he's got an ERA of like 110. That might be a second no-hitter.
That's awesome.
I swear to God, if they lose a single game, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm gonna buy a straitjacket just preemptively for that series because I'm gonna be needing it. His ERA is 6.7. It is absolutely going to be a nightmare series. Anyway, jumping too far ahead. So we got this upcoming series with the Washington Nationals, 4th of July weekend.
Woo! So in our nation's capital. Let's go.
Nice.
Last time the Red Sox were in DC, wasn't that was the never mind. I skipped. That was the year that didn't Justin Turner get called out on strikes and the pitch was like 9 feet outside?
Yeah.
I think I vividly remember that. So
yeah,
first time since 23 that the Sox go to DC. I can give the pitching matchups unless you guys have them in front of you. I'm just basing off ESPN. I have no idea if this is actually what it is.
I didn't see any named starter when I looked earlier, so I didn't investigate further. So go for it.
So this is according to ESPN. So expect there to be at least 2 incorrect pitching matchups in this series. So Friday game time at 11:05 in the morning. We had Lucas Giolito on the
8 in the morning for me. Woohoo! Let's go. Oh God.
Lucas Giolito against Mike Soroka. Game 2. 4:05 start. We got Walker Buehler against Mitchell Parker. Is it Mitchell Parker? I think it's Mitchell Parker.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I should have been prepared for that. Yep, Mitchell Parker. I should have said that with conviction. I'm sorry. And then Sunday, 1:35 start. You get Garrett Crochet on the mound coming off his worst start of the season and still went 6. And that is against TBD. We have no idea who's starting game 3 for the Nationals. I will start with you, Bayleigh. How do you think this series is going to go for the Red Sox?
It's so tough to say sweep, but I wrote it on Twitter. I said you gotta go 6-0. So I'm going a sweep in our nation's capital. Let's go. Please and thank you.
Hell yeah. Stand on it. Doink.
Mm-hmm.
A sweep would be nice.
It would.
I think I'm more. You gotta go. Well, I would love them to go 6-0, but you gotta go 5-6, and you need to sweep the Rockies. So I'll allow them to go 2 out of 3, because then you could also get to 5. I would love to get over 500 though, but get to 500, 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwiches probably.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with you, Doink, here. I think 2 out of 3 makes the most sense. I just can't until Walker Buehler pitches well. I cannot predict them to win a game he starts.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
When's the last time it was a decent start? I can't even remember.
The Rays.
That one Rays start.
Yeah, where he went 7, allowed 3.
Kind of tricked us all.
Maybe and it's unfortunate. Like the best path to having right now, at least with the way things are going, like the best path to winning a game that Buehler starts is just him having the shortest leash of all time. That sucks. Also,
you're gonna need Linked at a Giolito in game 1 because you got to have a quick hook for Buehler in game 2.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there's no margin for error anymore. Like again, you got to start winning some baseball games. You can't get too far out of it by the All-Star break. And I think they got to go they got 10 games before the break. You got to go 8-2.
Yeah.
Or no worse than 7-3 over these next 10. Instill some faith back in the fan base.
And then you hope, was it post All-Star break that Bregman's going to be back? So that'd be nice.
He and Yoshida both seem to think they'll be back before. They both think they'll be back before. So I'm hoping.
That would be great. That would be really nice.
Big talkers.
I would preemptively buy tickets to Thursday, July 10th against Tampa Bay, but Walker Buehler's starting that day.
So, well,
could be Kyle Harrison.
Could be Kyle Harrison.
It could be.
Get the Bregman return, Yoshida season debut, and Kyle Harrison Red Sox debut all in one fell swoop.
Hell yeah.
I'm a gambling man, but I'm not gonna be yet. Not on that. Not there. But yeah. So we got 2 out of 3 from me, 2 out of 3 from Doink, and a sweep from Bayleigh.
Let's do it.
That is. We'll see how it goes. It is a big series for the Sox, and not a good team they're facing. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. I hope Buehler brings a neck brace for Saturday because he's gonna get whiplash watching James Wood Park 2 against him. Anyway. Anyway. Final thoughts. I'll throw it to you, Doink. You got any final thoughts?
No, I don't know. Just stop pissing me off. Just you gotta win the last game of the series because I hate feeling like this after a series win. It's so annoying. That's my final thought.
I'm with you there, Bayleigh.
Just keep winning series. Like that is the ultimate goal, win a series. But yes, I agree with Doink. Don't lose the last game in the series that you win. But yeah, just you gotta go 6-0, man. You gotta go 6-0 over these next 6 games. I just feel like that's my final thought. Please go 6-0.
Yeah, they've lost the last game of the last 4 series they've played. That's really not fun to record after a loss. Because again, even when you win a series, losing that last game, it takes the wind out of your sails when you go to record. It's really not fun.
Especially in a winnable game. Like that was a winnable game.
Yeah. Had 3-0 lead going into the 7th inning. You should never lose that.
Nope.
Never lose that. But this is the 2025 Red Sox after all. But yeah. Thanks for joining us for episode 491 of the Pesky Report. If you could leave a review, follow, subscribe, wherever you are watching/listening to this, that would be greatly appreciated. Follow us on Twitter at The Pesky Report. And again, congrats to Matt and his wife on their second child. And for Doink and Bayleigh, I'm Jordan. Until next time, peace out. and go Sox.